I love you so much. You know that, don't you? Good. I know I say it a lot, and I do try to make sure you know just how much I love you, but with how little time we get to spend with each other, sometimes I do worry that you forget just how much you mean to me. Not because I think that you should have any reason to believe that I don't love you. It's just, sometimes, I don't know, when separated, people can start to question a relationship's validity and whether or not they should even be with a certain person. Not that I do that. Okay, sometimes I question whether or not I'm truly worthy of being with you, but that's more so my own insecurities. I'm not saying that you might wonder that, but just in case you do, I'm sorry. I've missed you. It's been over a week since we've been able to be alone together. Since I've been able to kiss you and hold you in my arms. I just worry that if it keeps going on like this, that you'll think that I don't love you or that I don't want to spend time with you. I know that you understand the realities of my job, but I can't help that feeling. So, because of that, if it's alright with you, I was hoping we could do something a bit different with our time today. Would that be alright? Well, I was thinking, I want to do something special for you, to show you just how much I love you. And since we're alone together and no one will interrupt, I think... Okay, we don't have to do anything, but honest, I wasn't going to do anything if you didn't want me to. You don't have to look so nervous. Hey, it's okay. Hey, what's wrong? No, I promise, I won't judge you. What's going on? Why are you so nervous all of a sudden? It really is unlike you. I'm not doing anything to make you feel nervous, am I? There's something that you need to tell me? Well, alright, what is it? Of course. I promise that I won't judge you or make fun of you. Honest, you can always tell me the truth. I will never judge you. Well, unless you say that you murdered someone for no good reason, but that's a very, very special circumstance. Good, I'm glad that isn't what you're going to tell me. So what is it? You don't want to do something different tonight? Well, that's okay. I really just want to do something that'll make you happy. We don't have to do anything super different if you don't want to. Really, I mean it. I just want to make you happy. Although, if I may ask, I am a bit curious about why you were so quick to say no. Not because you absolutely have to say yes, but I am a bit curious about your sudden desire to decline. It's just something that's always made you uncomfortable? Well, that's alright. You don't have to be comfortable with absolutely everything, and I would certainly never want to push you to do something that makes you uncomfortable. Oh, I see. So, people have tried to push your boundaries before? I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong, sometimes boundaries do need to be pushed, but if something makes you legitimately uncomfortable, You shouldn't be pressured into changing so suddenly. I'm being honest. Look at me. Look at me. I won't try to push you into something that makes you uncomfortable, okay? I promise. I just want you to be happy. So if doing things the way we usually do is what will make you happy, then we'll do that, okay? Don't mention it. I just want to make the most of our time together. And if that means doing the same thing we usually do, then that's what we'll do. Because I want you to be happy. But there is something that I would like to ask, if that's okay. It depends on what I ask? Alright, well, I do just want to know why it makes you so uncomfortable. After all, you were so nervous that you practically shouted no right at me, and I just don't really understand why you would react that way. It's just something that you've always been a bit repulsed by? I see. Well, I suppose that does make sense. Oftentimes, certain people can be repulsed by everyday things even, such as water. Some people absolutely hate drinking water even though it keeps them alive, which I guess is understandable if the water has been sitting out for a while, or if it's really warm water. I don't know why, but that always just tastes so strange, you know? Yes, or like Hanji with bathing. I'm not even joking, I heard them screaming the other day because Moblet was trying to convince them to take a bath. I mean it! Look, I sometimes wish that you were in the Survey Corps with me. Not because I want you to die, or be afraid for the rest of your life, certainly not that, but just so that you can experience the absolute joyous chaos that comes with living there. For instance, we also got to see Connie attempt to balance 20 potatoes on his head. Yeah, that didn't end well. He ended up dropping all of them, and Levi decided to crush all of them and make him clean it up by eating them. And then he was supposed to mop the floor because eating mashed potatoes off of the floor tends to get spit everywhere. Yeah, it was not a fun day. At least not for him. Sasha, on the other hand, she probably would have been overjoyed. Even though they were on the floor, they were still 20 potatoes, and how could she turn that down? I'm telling you, my stories are not made up. I mean it. Oh, no. No, don't you dare. Don't you dare tickle me to see if I'm telling the truth. Don't you... Stop! Stop! I swear it's the truth. Hey. Hey, are you alright? It's okay. Hey. I'm not mad at you or anything. Really, are you okay? You just realized that I fell back? Well, yeah. I always do that when we're tickling each other. Or at least when you're tickling me. You realize that you're kind of on top of me? Oh, okay, it's okay. Here, we'll just get up, it's okay, see, it's okay. Thank goodness Jean and Aaron weren't around to see that. After all, they probably would have made a joke about that. What? You're really glad that you've never met them? Why's that? If that's their kind of humor, you don't want to be around them? I don't understand. Do you not like those kinds of jokes? It's okay if you don't, not everyone does, but it does seem to be a fairly common sense of humor. That's part of what makes you uncomfortable? Wait a second. Oh my god. Oh my god, I think I just realized something. I think that there's been a big misunderstanding and a bit of a miscommunication between us. No, it isn't that. The thing is, when you were telling me that changing things might make you a bit uncomfortable, what did you think I was implying we do for a special evening together? Okay. Yep, I really should have realized that sooner. You thought that's what I meant. Well, first of all, personally, I think that we're a bit young to be doing that. And second of all, that is not what I meant. It's not, but I can certainly understand how it could be misinterpreted as that. So when you say that you're repulsed by that, does that mean... Are you asexual? Yes, of course I know about that. I read all the time. What do you think I'm going to come across? I've learned about several different sexual orientations, including asexuality. So, you're sex repulsed then? Well, again, that's still perfectly fine. Everything I said still applies. But you should probably know that, I wasn't talking about doing that, as I said before. I was referring to going out to dinner, and I was going to bake something for you for dessert after. Yeah, I probably should have told you what I was talking about before we had that lovely conversation. Although, it is still good that you told me this. After all, now I know how to avoid making you uncomfortable in the future. And now that whole incident with the tickling makes sense. You didn't like the position we were in because it was similar to that. That absolutely makes sense. I'm glad that you told me, because otherwise I would have been very confused about that for a while. Yeah, I definitely would have wondered why you were so freaked out by knocking me over while we were tickling, especially since I didn't even get hurt. And now I don't have to wonder why you were so vehemently opposed to me taking you out to dinner and baking for you after. Because, to be honest, after Jean started teaching us how to cook and how to bake, it's been a bit of a passion of mine. And if you refuse to let me bake for you, or just bake in general, that would be a bit of a deal breaker. No, I'm obviously not going to force feed you anything that you don't like, but I would hope that you'd at least allow me to bake certain things for you. Like cookies. You like cookies, right? Exactly. See? So, I would hope you would at least allow me to treat you to those sometimes. You want me to bake some cake for you sometime? Honey, if I say that I want to bake things for you, obviously I'm going to bake some cake for you too. Don't mention it. Like I said, I want to make you happy. And if that means baking you a bunch of cakes so that you can get by while I'm gone, so be it.